Yesterday, South Carolina calls it quits. They say, all right, we're going to take the Confederate flag down off of state grounds, Capitol grounds. And so now people are having conversations about other states. In Virginia, the governor came out and said, well, the Supreme Court, coincidentally, before the shootings, had said that we don't have to give out Confederate license plates in Virginia anymore. The guy who broke the tie there, interestingly, was Clarence Thomas. Really? The first non-conservative decision he's made in a long time. His other conservative white buddies were like, yeah, Confederate plates in Virginia, freedom of speech, rock and roll. And Clarence Thomas woke up out of hibernation and was like, wait, what did the Confederates want to do again? And remember, this is not freedom of speech as in I put a Confederate flag on my lawn. Everybody thinks you can do that. It's a free country, right? But the government doesn't have to print you Confederate license plates. That is the government's decision, right? So the Supreme Court ruled the right way, and now Terry McAuliffe, a Democrat, is the governor of Virginia, and he says, okay, I'm done with it. From now on, we're not printing Confederate plates. You want to get a bumper sticker, that's your issue, right? But the government's not going to do your work for you. That's definitely the correct decision. Now, when you go to private interests, boy, all the retailers have pulled out in a hurry. These are the people who are, or organizations now no longer selling any Confederate flag paraphernalia. Amazon, Walmart, Sears, eBay, and Kmart. So all have decided to do it. You give Walmart credit there. They led the effort. They were the first ones on Monday to say, we're out, we're not selling it anymore, we're pulling it, right? And Amazon got a ton of orders in. People started to panic. Oh my God, where am I going to get my Confederate stuff? And there was a lot of orders on Amazon, and then they spiked it. They said, no, okay, we're not selling it anymore either. So credit to all those corporations for doing the right thing. Now we move to the state of Mississippi. Now, the Mississippi does not have the Confederate flag on state capitol grounds. It's much worse. The Confederate flag is inside the flag of the state of Mississippi. That's the flag of the state of Mississippi. It has a Confederate flag in it. Oh my God. Okay. So again, we turn to actually a courageous Republican here. Same thing happened with Doug Brannon in South Carolina. He was a Republican. He said, look, I served with the Reverend who got killed. He was a friend of mine, and that's it. I want to do legislation to take that Confederate flag down. In the state of Mississippi, it's Philip Gunn. He's a Mississippi House Republican Speaker, and he's being courageous, and he says, we must always remember our past, but that does not mean we must let it define us. As a Christian, I believe our state's flag has become a point of offense that needs to be removed. We need to begin having conversations about changing Mississippi's flag. Now, luckily, as luck would have it, the former governor of Mississippi was on television just today, Haley Barbour. Okay, well, perfect guy to ask, right? And he was former head of the Republican Party. Boy, you can't find a better person to ask. So, Haley, should we take down that flag of Mississippi and change it?
What's the Haley Barbour's position on it? What's your position on it, personally, as a resident of Mississippi? Personally, what's your position?
I am not offended at all by our flag or the Confederate flag, for that matter. But some people are.
Not offended by it. Well, I don't know why you would be. I mean, we fought to keep slavery. You know, where we took people and we whipped them, and sometimes to death, and we hung them, and we lynched them, and we raped the women, and we sold off the children. And we fought a whole war. All those people died to protect the institution of slavery, where we could do that to other human beings. I'm not offended by it at all. So some people have learned and take courageous steps, others apparently not. In that interview, he went on to try to evade the answer 6 different times. Oh, state's decision. Oh, I'm as a former governor, I wouldn't want to get into the business of the current governor. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I hear some people are offended by it. Yeah, Haley, we know. Look, Haley Barbour is part of the old guard of the Republican Party that ran the Southern strategy, and the Southern strategy was to appeal to racists in the South. And the Dixiecrats used to be Democrats. They used to have a stranglehold on the racist vote. They flipped sides when the Democratic Party supported civil rights, and then the Republicans swooped in with Richard Nixon and decided they were going to take that racist vote. And they've been riding that gravy train for a long time, and Haley Barbour does not want to get off that gravy train. He got very rich off that train. So there's still some folks out there who are holding on to the past for all they're worth. They ain't worth much.